let's do that. Check, 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 check. Can you say check?
Check, 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 check.
Are you this close to the mic?
I am this close to the mic.
Are you off to the side? Or are you
I am not. I'm straight onto the mic.
All right. Why are you so quiet then?
Don't know.
I'm not used to this in our relationship.
I know.
You are made of meat, my friend, all the way down.
The following podcast uses words like and also. If you're not into any of that shit, then now's your chance.
3, 2, 1.
Run.
Welcome back to the conversation. Tell me who I'm talking to. Let's get on down to imagination. You are me and I am you. Super familiar. Super familiar. I wanna be super familiar. Don't be a stranger.
Welcome to Super Familiar with the Wilsons. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Josh, and we are the podcast about marriage 2.0 with kids.
And side quests.
Amanda, we went on a side quest this week. Actually, it wasn't a side quest for you. You went on a work trip, and then Winthrop and I tagged along. We'll talk about that a little bit. Maybe we learned some things about ourselves. Maybe we didn't. But first,
Yes.
we had not a big rite of passage, but like a little rite of passage this week with Winthrop. Or I did. I had a fathering moment with him.
Okay.
Can you guess what it is?
Did it happen today?
No.
Okay, because there was a lot of conversationing happening in here about parenting earlier with him.
Well, yeah, because he refuses to accept my parenting, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Was it on his last day of third grade?
I taught him how to open a ketchup packet.
Oh, I didn't know this was a life skill. One, that he didn't have, and two, that he needed to succeed in life.
I mean, you can't get very far without knowing how to open a ketchup
or
packet.
Just don't eat ketchup. That's also a choice.
Anyway, I feel like there are big rites of passage and big moments that you have, like father to son, like learning to shave or learning how to drive, or even like, son, I'm going to teach you how to grill a burger.
Okay.
Or whatever. But no, this was a micro rite of passage, a micro thing. And I taught him how to open that. The thing of it is, well, he didn't know how to open it in the first place. He didn't know that you opened it at the end, and that's why they have those little notches there. Yeah. But the thing that you have to teach is how to open it without it detonating like a condiment-based landmine.
Yes.
And so that's what I taught him, to strike the balance that many people can't strike, and that is everything comes out or nothing comes out. There's no middle ground there, but there's a sweet spot. So I taught him that, and
did he receive this?
He did. It was just a nice teaching moment.
Good.
Maybe that's the thing. I need to store up more of these little moments where he accepts my parenting, because he sure as shit doesn't accept them on the big things.
No, he doesn't like to be told that he's wrong, because then he starts to feel like he's done something bad, and then he reacts a different way.
I need to store up all these little bitty teaching moments,
yes.
And so I can feel better about myself as a father.
Okay.
And then I don't know what we're going to do about the other things, but...
Well, I mean, we're going to survive them, and he's going to be okay, and you're going to be okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations on that parenting win.
Yeah, it was a win. I'm taking it. I want my participation trophy.
Okay, there's one back there for soccer. I'll give it to you.
This week we went to Orlando because Amanda had a conference that she presented at.
Yes.
Quite proud of you, because
Thank you.
Apparently all the feedback...
I'm good at my job.
Yeah, she gets in front of tens of thousands of people, and she teaches them how to be better at themselves.
Okay. So yes, no, about maybe 150 people this week over 3 days. So like 50 people a day. So it was all right. I had a dream last night, though, that I was back in the classroom and I was really bad at teaching, like really bad. Like I was good at like connecting with kids and letting them know that like I cared about them, but I was really bad at teaching them how to do things, which is bad because my whole job is teaching teachers how to be teachers. And it was very upsetting. I was very upset when I woke up this morning. That's why I had to lay around and look at Instagram for about 30 minutes till I got over it. But no, I was in Tampa for 2 days, and then I was in Orlando, or Celebration, as it were, the Disney-fied town of Florida. And yeah, it was good. I had a good time.
Folks, have you heard about Celebration? Celebration is the town. It's the development that Disney decided we're going to get in the business of creating a community. And it could not feel more. The only phrase that comes to mind is an old phrase, and that is Stepford.
Yeah.
Like too manicured, too perfect. Interestingly, though, I understand that Disney no longer manages it or owns it or something. Disney has separated themselves from it in some way, which I think just goes to show you that even Mickey Mouse cannot come up against the full power of Karen, the HOA president. Because I'm quite certain that what happened was, some Karen was upset about something and then drove Disney away.
Yeah, so the whole conceit behind Celebration was that, originally Walt Disney himself had this idea for the environmental prototype community of tomorrow, which became Epcot. And the idea behind that was going
experimental.
To be... Oh, did I say environmental?
You did.
Sorry. Well, it's also environmental. Experimental.
Watch me be wrong. I'm not going to look it up, but I think it's experimental.
No, I think it is experimental. I think you're right. And there's like tons of Disney adults that yelled at me until you corrected me. They're listening to this podcast.
Disney adults do not listen to this podcast.
I don't know. I think
they listen to all the
Josh
Disney
Scar
podcasts.
Might be a Disney adult.
Oh, well, that might be so.
And but we love you, Josh Scar. Yeah. So the idea was that, Disney wanted to create this community, this prototype community, but then Disney died before plans were really developed for it. So then I think this was sort of the Disney Corporation's way of saying, let's try that. I visited it when it first opened about 20 so years ago. I had a friend who worked at the parks and they bought a house and went, and it just seemed like the birds were just a little bit too loud. Like the sun was just a little bit too bright. Like it did feel very curated, very, what's that Jim Carrey movie with where the people are all actors in his life?
Truman Show.
Very little Truman Show was what was happening there. And it still felt like that in the town center, but I get the impression that it's kind of a little bit more rundown. Karen not doing her job.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens when you have a voice and authority, but no money.
But man, did some of those houses go all out for the 4th of July already.
Oh, yeah, they were decked. They were decked out, these houses, like as if Disney had done them, actually.
Like inflatables, like giant. I didn't know there were that many inflatables dedicated to the birthday of America. I mean, there's this one house that we go to here for Christmas. Well, we go to this neighborhood, and I think that they own every Minion inflatable that ever existed.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can't walk. There's no space for them to walk in the yard, all the Minions, but it's all like Christmas holiday themed, right? Which I think is the big market. I didn't know there were this many inflatables for the 4th of July until I saw it at this house in Celebration.
Well, there are several hundred inflatables in the federal government, so it doesn't surprise me that also that is.
Yeah, it's a spit take because I just went to swallow some coffee.
Anyway, so we visited Celebration. It was a bit creepy, I kept hearing music, and wherever we would walk, there was this music. I was like, this is weird. Like, I'm used to that at Disney, but I wasn't thinking with that part of my brain in this town center until I realized that every maybe 12 feet was a speaker in the ground.
Yeah.
So there was always music. Now, that would get on my fucking nerve after a while of living in this place, and I can't get away from, like, weird cover versions, by the way. So it was like Rocket Man, but not by Elton John, by the Disney Singers or something.
Yes. No, it was the Disney-fied version, of course.
Right. So, and here's the thing. They made that choice. They didn't have to make that choice.
Right.
So apparently there's different rights, and you pay different amounts for rights to songs. If you buy the original, it's more. If you buy the right to play a cover version, then it's slightly less, right? Disney clearly has more money than Satan. So they didn't have to, someone said, hey, let's do this. At least it wasn't like Donald Duck singing the Disney version of We Didn't Start the Fire.
I definitely had that like Donald Duck, like, oh God, what was that? Mousercise. I had the Mousercise album.
Of course you did.
So
well, you grew up in Central Florida. You were all about Disney. Me, not so much in Miami.
Well, I mean, yeah, my parents, we lived 45 minutes from Disney, and my dad worked for Scotty's, which was a kind of like Lowe's or Home Depot, but it was, I don't know if it was specific to Florida or not. It is no longer a company, but they would do their company retreats at Disney. Like we would go to Disney. I mean, it was not unusual for me to go 3-4 times a year. I can't go now because we are so priced out of it.
Oh yeah.
It is absolutely insane. I mean, there are people, it's amazing to me because our kids, Winthrop not so much, but the other kids have been several times. And I keep I'm like, people spend their entire life savings on one trip to this place, you know, coming from far away. And so we are so privileged to be able to do this, but also I'm kind of over it. But I'm going back tomorrow because I have another conference that's right across the street from Disney Springs.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, you spend all this money on Disney, and I don't care what you say.
Okay.
It's never worth it. And you who spend the money, you know that it's not worth it. But God help you, you will not admit it. You refuse to admit that you just blew several payments for your house to go to an overcrowded place where basically you stand in line the whole time. You're not going to admit that you just shit a bunch of money into the porcelain bowl. You're not going to do it. So I don't care how many adults who are Disney adults who go to Disney all the time, unless you're filthy rich, which I guess you have to be, and we're not by any stretch poor. We've worked hard for our jobs and we're comfortable. But if you're in our bracket, there's always buyer's remorse with Disney. I don't care who you are. It's never worth it. Never, ever. Okay, all right, Disney adults, come at me. I want to hear it. familiarwilsons@gmail.com. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't feel as strongly as you do about this because I do think there is something magical about it. And that's because I have really lovely childhood memories of it, but it was also a different time and much more affordable.
But what you're doing right now is called the Stockholm Syndrome. Go ahead.
Okay. I do think that there's something magical about it. I had a lovely time with the children when we went to Mickey's Not So Scary. It was super crowded. It was much more reasonably priced because it was just a nighttime event. And I had a kidney stone, and I think I had a better time than you did. You were just grouched the whole time.
Yeah, well.
So we're just not going to take you anymore.
We've already made that podcast episode, so we're moving on.
You stay here, we go.
One thing we did do that we'd like to do every time we go down to Orlando is we went to Disney Springs, which is basically just, Disney's retail outlet.
Yeah.
You go there, but it's fun. It's fun to go. We always go to the Irish restaurant / pub there.
It's Raglan Road.
Going in, I got the up and down look from the security lady because I was wearing a shirt that said Florida Man.
By our good friend, right? Wow, God, why was I say FLRV? LRV Inc., right?
Yes,
LRV, yes, I said that correctly. Brian Mathian's company, Screen Printing. If you're here in town, please go get them. Josh has some shirts with them. But yeah, Brian's Florida Man shirt.
Yeah, and I love the shirt. It's great. And yeah, you should look up lvrinc.com and go buy some of the shirts. I do have my Gainesville is for Lovers Love Bug shirt on there if you want to support me in a very small percentage way. But anyway, I'm wearing this shirt. The security lady sees me. She looks me up and down. She smiles, but I guarantee you that instantly she pulled out a clipboard and put my name on some sort of list.
Bald man, orange shirt, Florida Man.
Florida Man, she got on her little mic. She said, "Subject entering property, voluntarily wearing warning label."
Yes.
And then the funny thing is that was in one portion of like the entrance and the exit. They're not together.
Yeah.
Right. So, but she was at the exit.
She happened to find the exit when we were leaving.
Yeah, she happened to. No, she was posted.
She just waited for you to leave.
She could not leave her shift for the day
until she knew you were gone.
she checked me off of that clipboard.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny. But by the way, I want to talk about our time in the Irish pub. But as we were in the parking garage trying to leave, it was like a live action driver's education final exam.
God, nobody could drive in this garage.
It was the most ridiculous thing. People were stopping randomly. People were driving all crazy,
driving wrong.
weird.
Like in a parking garage, it's one way, right? Like you enter a lane from one way or the other, and people were going down the wrong lanes. People were trying to come I was driving. People trying to come at me to turn into my lane as I'm trying to leave the lane, and it's a wrong way for them.
I swear it felt like all of them were driving with one hand holding the steering wheel and one hand holding the driver's handbook. Like consulting. What do I do now?
Yeah.
Oh, what does this arrow mean? Oh my God, it was the worst. It was the worst it's ever been. Like that was Florida Man driving there.
Bless Winthrop because he was like, well, maybe they just learned how to drive. Maybe they're 16 and they thought the first thing I want to do when I'm able to drive is go to Disney Springs because that would be cool. Like he was trying to empathize with these people and or get us to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So the thing that we love to do in Disney Springs is go to Raglan Road Irish pub / restaurant. Now, it's obviously the Disney version of an Irish pub. So it's way too big and way too curated, right?
Yeah.
But we like it anyway. We love the atmosphere, and they have Irish dancers and Irish music, and that's a lot of fun. Which, by the way, we were standing right next to the podium that's in the center of the room that the one Irish dancer is on.
Yeah.
And that dude had some moves.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. You said standing, but our table was right there. And yeah, he had a dance battle. So he was right by our table and he was dance battling somebody else who was on the stage, and Winthrop was just completely taken by it. It was super interesting. But what I want to talk about is how you became friends with the people next to us and they started feeding you.
First of all, I want to talk about the waiter that we had come to our table. Mm-hmm. And he started, I don't know if you noticed this, but he started with a full Irish accent.
No. And then by the end, he had none.
No, he said, welcome to Raglan Road. Whatever it was, he said, I can't do a good Irish accent.
Where you don't sound like you're making a caricature of the Irish accent.
That's right. Well, it is. I was like, oh, that's cool. We've got an actual Irish dude. Because they did have...
like Taryn or something that sounded Irish.
Huh?
His name was like Taryn or something.
Was it? I thought it was Robert, but whatever.
No. I checked his name tag. I mean, maybe his birth name is Robert, but he was going by Taryn.
All I know is that he started out with his Irish accent, and then pretty quickly it had jumped on a plane and flown across the pond, and he turned into a dude who worked at a bait and tackle shop in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Very quickly dropped his accent.
It was the weirdest thing. His accent migrated, and we saw it happen. And it was let back into the country, so good for him. But I was like, are they told to try to do an Irish accent? And he just, he bailed on it because it was end of shift. It was the weirdest thing.
I don't know.
So we settle in, we order food that's way too expensive, especially me. I order something that I thought would be an amazing meal and huge because it cost a lot. So I'm like, I'm going to get this nice big fucking thing came, and it was like
a medallion
of
slow
beef.
roasted beef. Yeah.
This cow that gave his life, that sacrificed his life for this meal, better have been like the Dalai Lama version of cows. Better have been like royalty, cow royalty up on a hill somewhere. Better have been massaged. You know, they have this beef that's massaged, Wagyu or whatever. Yeah. This joker better have been massaged, better have gotten daily blowjobs. I don't know. All I'm saying is
this is a family-friendly show.
Oh, is it? Fuck. I'll have to bleep that out. You know what I'm saying, though? It's like it was not worth it. On the plate, the thing that was the best was the mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And I know those weren't expensive.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Tommy Tiernan, who's funnily enough, an Irish comedian, talks about food or drink that the experience of it is ruined by the cost of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
At some point, it's like, well, this beef is just never going to be good enough for what I paid.
But that was a choice that you made.
Right. Because I thought my expectation was, and I looked around and I saw all these big plates of food. I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I'm going to do. So anyway, luckily, my meal was bolstered. I get up, I go to the restroom, I come back, and you have made friends with the old couple next to us.
Yeah, I don't know their names, but I know that they moved from Michigan to Georgia. They've been in Georgia for 10 years. They've lived in 3 different locations in Georgia. They live almost in the Blue Ridge part of Georgia, but not quite. But they're really hoping to move to Orlando.
Okay. So when you're when you're not dealing with the stress of hormones and all this and that, you make friends faster than Wi-Fi connects.
I know. I am a Milligan. It is absolutely my daddy. This is not my mama. This is my daddy. But because the woman she actually initiated it. She leaned over and said, because we should say that we were sitting at those tables where one is just one giant long bench and then there's individual tables, right? And chairs across. So she was sitting next to us. Winthrop and I were still sitting there while you were in the bathroom. And you took Winthrop to the bathroom. So I was by myself.
Yeah.
So she leaned over and said, I'm sorry to bother you, but how was your meal? We've never eaten here before. So I started talking to her about it and then learned all these things about them in the time it took you and Winthrop to go to the bathroom and come back.
All I know is that I get back, you introduce me to them.
Well, I don't know their names, so I just...
Right. Yeah, like, hey, these people.
Yeah.
These random white folks. Like, I'm talking to them or whatever, and they're talking through what they want to eat. All of a sudden, dude offers me a bite of his food.
So this thing came out, and it was on individual forks, and so we couldn't figure out what it was. And so you asked him about it, which I was proud of you because you were engaging. Because sometimes you just don't engage, or you're very polite, but you're not going to perpetuate this. And so you asked what it was, and it was a beer battered sausage. So I look over, and the man has not pulled off one of the individual forks and given you a full sausage. He has cut one in half and put it on a fork and handed it to you. So it's like he's baby birding you, like he's feeding you this time.
I'm glad he didn't baby bird me, but you realize that offering me food is like skipping 3 levels of friendship.
Yeah.
Like, next, I expected to be introduced to the cousins and be invited to the weddings. Who knows? Had you gotten their names, we'd probably have Thanksgiving plans by now.
I don't know their names, but I know where they live. And
I mean, it's the thing is, I leave for 5 minutes and I come back and you've started a spinoff podcast with these people. Yes, right. I don't understand it, which is why it's so funny. And I don't necessarily need to talk about perimenopause because I feel like every episode's about perimenopause, but like, the tremendous change in you as you are experiencing, you Mr. Grinch it backwards.
Yeah.
You're
I got a level of. What's interesting is I didn't even have a drink. Like this is how I've started saving money when we go to Disney Springs. I don't drink.
Yeah,
because
I do.
I know, and I pay for that. But I mean, like monetarily because I bought dinner. It's absolutely just way too expensive. So I just drink soda water with lime, done, fine. So I wasn't even like socially lubricated. I was just in a good space. I think I don't know why.
The music.
You brought my patch because I had run out of them. Yeah. So when you came down and met me in Orlando, you brought the patch. I don't know.
But you know what genuinely hurts me is that we meet interesting people and we don't get their names.
You should have given him a podcast business card.
Every podcaster knows this feeling. Like 3 years from now, we're going to need or want a guest to be like, oh, remember those people at Disney Springs that were so interesting? Yep. They had this great life story. It's like, damn it. Instead of like creating a connection, like I said, giving them a podcast card, we've created like our own personal cold case. We can never find these people again.
Well, we did see them again after we went to the
bakery. We did, and we missed our shot a second time.
Yep. But it was a lovely evening. I enjoyed because the night before had been so bad. And so I think that's why it was just like, this is so nice.
Maybe that's what it was.
Because you and Winthrop drove down on Wednesday to meet me, and I guess he got car sick.
Yeah, but we're going with that. He got sick, and so we had to drug him and put him in bed, and then so we were going to sleep at like 6:30 or something.
No, yeah, so
because
I gave him Dramamine because he was really not. I wanted to clarify what the drug was because he had a headache. And
we did not roofie our child.
And maybe it was a legit migraine, but he had a really bad headache. Like didn't even want to be in the pool. That's how we knew this was a thing. And you just texted me, like we had walked down to get in the car to go to dinner. And before we ever got in the car, he was like, I got to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So we came back upstairs and then you texted me, get Dramamine stat. So I ran across the street to the Walgreens. So we gave him Dramamine, gave him ibuprofen. He was asleep by 6. So we were in a dark hotel room with I think I ate like cold leftover pizza that he had for lunch. You ate barbecue, like rice cakes for dinner.
Oh, they were good.
We had the curtains drawn so it was dark and cool for him, and you and I sat in that dark hotel room, watched Top Chef on my laptop, and went to sleep by like 7:30. So I think we were just like, well, we're out in the world, nobody's sick, we got lovely Irish dancing and music, and I made friends.
Welcome to the Wilsons. Can't believe y'all are listening to this podcast.
Anyway, well, speaking of perimenopause, I just full on told the people
that you were presenting to.
Well, I was presenting to Wednesday and Thursday because I was in the middle of talking and just totally forgot what I was talking about. And this facilitation I'm doing on the science of reading, I've done it so many times. Like I barely have to look at my notes. I mean, it's just a thing that I do. And I would just stop. And so I said, I apologize to like the 2 male presenting people in the room. And I'm like, I'm going to apologize to you now. Perimenopause has me in its grasp. and words fall out of my head. So if I just pause and I'll get there. Please just be patient. And on Wednesday when I did this, one of the teachers yelled out, "You're in a safe space," which I fully appreciated. And then on Thursday, no one did that. But then at the break, a woman came up to me and said, "Listen, I want to talk to you. I think you should check out the HRT patch." And I said, "Oh, I'm wearing it." And then she said, "Maybe it's time to up your dosage." And I said, "You are not wrong." But what's lovely is that I'm in a room full of women who are approximately my age, right? And so it is a safe space. But yesterday,
29.
Thank you. Yesterday, Winthrop has decided his new venture in life. And I don't know if you have this on your notes to talk about. Soccer is over. The season's over. He's never playing again, he says. So he really, really, really wants to be an American Ninja Warrior.
Yes, he wants to be a Ninja Warrior.
So there's a ninja class here at the Sun Country Gym, but they're due an open class on Saturdays, so you can try it out before you sign up for the classes. So we went yesterday, and he had a great time. He got up the wall the first time, the warped wall the first time, had a really good time. But there were a couple sitting next to us, and I'm sure they are lovely people, but my perimenopause rage was raging so hard at just the existence of people yesterday. So I don't know. The guy, probably a really nice guy. I was annoyed that he was sitting there eating Apple Jacks out of a Tupperware container. I don't know why. I shouldn't be judging his food choices, but it just annoyed me. And so I cannot predict when the perimenopause is going to hit or not hit, and when I'm going to feel social and not social. And that must be, I'm not trying to make this about you because it's not, but also you have to live with it. That must be a little bit difficult for you because you just don't know which version of me you're getting.
Yeah, but I love you.
Thank you. That was the right answer.
Did that sound hostage video enough?
It did. It did. That was also your Stockholm syndrome.
I'm going to tell you, men, if you've made it this far in the podcast, don't ignore any of this. We talk about this shit, so you maybe will understand what's going on, and you can have some empathy. So that's why we talk about this stuff. And I'm speaking specifically to you, men out there who are young in your relationship. Just know that this could quite probably be a thing, and just be aware of it. Hello, friends. Super Familiar with the Wilsons would like to offer you exclusively the Amanda Wilson Instant Friendship Kit. Each kit includes emergency conversation starters, pocket-sized life story exchange cards, and a coupon book for future holiday invitations. I can tell you, with Amanda's patented system, I can go to the restroom for 90 seconds and come back to discover Amanda has become godmother to someone's children. The Amanda Wilson Instant Friendship Kit. Meet strangers, leave with inheritance rights.
Super familiar with the Wilsons. Get it.
So another exciting thing that's happened in the Wilsons' life is we've cleaned out the pantry yesterday. Jesus, we're so
old.
We're not only so old, but we're so interesting. What interesting life we lead.
You know who's going to be really interested in this version of the podcast?
What?
Neighbor Kate.
Neighbor Kate helped.
Because Neighbor Kate stars in this segment.
Yesterday morning, folks, I wandered downstairs. Amanda and I had been discussing cleaning out the pantry because we're kind of going from room to room and trying to make this house a little bit more neat and organized. And the pantry, I think for most people, really just becomes a hole at some point. It just becomes
keep shoving things on top of things.
I took everything out of the pantry, and the pantry holds a surprising amount of things.
Because it's a walk-in pantry. This is not it's not just a small pantry. This is a decent sized pantry.
Also, but when you think of walk-in pantry, you think of
like a butler's pantry. That's not what I mean.
No, not a closet pantry. It's like you take one step, you've walked in, and that's as far as you can go. Let's not oversell.
Let me tell you though.
Well, two steps because you're smaller than I am.
No, when the children and I were here by ourselves and we had tornadoes out on the main road.
Yeah.
That a tornado had touched down out on the main road.
Yeah.
The kids and I went into the pantry with the dog and sat. So it is big enough. You
would not have been able to do it with the pantry the way it was before yesterday morning.
It is a decent sized pantry. So when I came downstairs, I sleep in on the weekends. Now Josh lets me finally. He's learned.
Lets you.
Well, you used to wake me up on Saturdays to go to breakfast until I yelled about it, and then you stopped. I came downstairs and every single item, I mean, the pantry was empty. And we have a very large kitchen island, was totally covered. The kitchen counters were covered, and the dining room table that seats 8 or 10 was completely covered. It was so much for me to walk down to before I'd even had coffee.
It was fun to surprise you in that way.
I was like, what in the fresh hell has happened?
And so the idea was I would take everything out, I'd put it out on the kitchen island, and then Amanda would come down and figure out who to vote off of the island, and then we put the stuff back in. And I figured we would gain like a little, square footage.
Yeah.
My God, the before and after. I didn't take a before picture, but the after
you do have
picture.
a picture of all the stuff on the countertop, though.
Well, that's true. But the after I was just shocked. Like, we really must have gotten rid of a lot of shit.
Well, it was great though, because everybody needs a Kate, because Josh we have a group chat with Kate and Tony and me and Josh sent a picture in it, and this is where Kate shines. Kate was buzzing to come over and help. And so I felt really bad, but then I'm like, no, this actually makes her happy. So I went and got coffee and went and bought some organizer things for dry goods and came back. And I said, okay, yes, please come help me. And Kate came over, and it was great because I started to say, do you want this? Do you want this? She said, nope, stop. I am going to go through expiration dates. You are going to take everything that does not get eaten, and you are going to put it in the living room, and then I will come over and shop later. But she was bossing me around, but in a way that I took from her that I would not have taken from you.
Oh, yeah, clearly. I'm going to have to take some lessons is what it is.
No. You just can't do it. You just have to get her to come over and do it.
Shit. That's weird. Kate, I need to convince Amanda to do this. Can you please come over?
Give over, talk to Amanda.
Now, wait a second. Would I have to be like really surreptitious about that? Or could I just say in the group chat, Kate, please come over and convince Amanda of this, and you'd see that and you'd be more like, oh shit, I guess I'm going to have to do it now?
Yeah.
Or do I need to like trick?
No, because you said, I will do this with you, but I am not going to be like what you said. You're going to be judicious or not judicious. You're going to be something about what we were getting rid of.
I was going to be very, very militant about what we get rid of. And you would not have taken that from me, but you took that from Kate.
Right. And so it wasn't
Which, by the way, now I'm annoyed. Now that I think about this, that annoys me.
I'm not married to Kate. This is the difference.
No, that's not the direction that this should go.
But Kate is also an organizing expert. She has receipts, and you do not yet. So anyway,
I built this fucking pub and organized all this shit.
You did.
Apparently no credit goes to me for that.
Hush. Of course it does. But this wasn't about building a pub, was it? It was about organizing a pantry. And you know what Kate has that you don't have?
Boobs?
A label maker.
Oh, okay, sure.
So not only did everything get organized, but then Kate gave me the label maker. And then Winthrop got really into it last night. So Winthrop was making the labels and I was labeling things. I'm so excited. I sent Kate a picture of it this morning. Like, don't worry, it's still organized.
I do have a question, though. And this is a question not only for you, although you're the object of the question. This is a question for everyone out there who saves every single paper bag that they get from the grocery store. Why? I have never in my life thought, you know what would solve this problem? The 20 paper bags that we have from Publix from 2021. Never has that been a thing. What are you saving them for exactly? We don't cover our middle school math books anymore. What do we save them for?
Well, I save them because we usually we'll put one paper bag out in the kitchen, and that's where the recycling goes, and then we take it to the recycling bin. So that's what I save them for. We
had enough to do recycling for the whole neighborhood for 7 years.
Okay, well,
these paper bags have done their service. They need to be retired.
Okay.
The Smithsonian Institute has less things in their archives than we had paper bags in our pantry.
Well, you whittled some down, and I am much, much better and more intentional about taking my reusable bags now. So I haven't brought home a paper bag in a while.
Very good. But so that was all built up from before. That wasn't even added to in how long? Months?
Yeah, I'm also really sad though because Kate told me the same thing you said, which is that Alachua County doesn't actually recycle because it costs too much. So they have this front of sending the recycling truck, but then it just all gets in the dump together, and I'm very sad about it because I get mad at you when you throw cans away.
Yeah.
But apparently And Kate still recycles too, but apparently
what?
Apparently,
I'm what?
You had no, and I'm not saying you're right. I'm saying that there was a reason behind why you were doing what you were doing, and possibly it's valid.
I will take I'm valid, but I know that what you're saying is I'm right.
What time is it? Game time!
It's game time. That song, of course, is by AJCW, our middle son, Andrew. Check out his things on Spotify, on Apple Music, on all the other places, on Bandcamp. Yeah, AJCW. He does really cool music. Amanda, are you ready for game time?
No, because you told me that I needed a blindfold for it, and that's concerning.
This game is based on an interaction I had with Winthrop this week. Winthrop told me, like, apropos of nothing, by the way, which is where we get a lot of the little gems from Winthrop. He said, you know, Dad, I can tell what color a food is just by its taste.
Really?
And I'm like, what? And he said, yeah, I can tell.
This sounds like a Rhett and Link Good Mythical Morning episode.
Yeah, but they are way past their prime. We're taking up the mantle. But you now are going to play this. And this is not a gotcha thing. This is not a, isn't this funny? I made you eat a thing. I'm just really curious. I don't want to know what the food is. I want to know if you can tell me what color it is. And these are all edible things that came from.
That you're giving to me that I won't eat. Like there's no fish in here.
No. Of course not. You know me better than that. Oh, man, I wish I had fish.
Uh-huh.
Are you ready to play? What color is this taste?
Yes, but I do have to tell you that he made me play, because I drove him back from Orlando on Friday. He made me play Guess What I'm Eating based on the sound my chewing is making.
That's a good game, too. We should do that one next week.
He was eating all gummies, so then I had to guess between sour gummy, regular gummy, like...
All right, so I want you to blindfold up.
Not the first time you said that. I can't. You're gonna. This is not right.
Okay, no. Now it does look like you're in a hostage situation. Can you please let me do that?
Can't hold me. All right. Josh is placing the blindfold on me. Josh is making the blindfold probably too tight. This is okay.
Can you see?
No, I cannot see. I can see my nose, but I'll just keep my eyes closed.
All right. You need to also take special care not to smell what's going on. Now, these are in no particular order.
Special care not to smell. I don't. Yeah. How do I just? Okay, don't smell.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
All right, let me get this tray.
You know what I learned from our friend LaKendra? That wasabi was originally served with sushi, not for taste or flavor or whatever, but because before refrigeration, eating raw fish could be dangerous because it would grow bacteria, and wasabi was like an anti-something that would go into your gut and fight the bacteria.
That's right, folks, an anti-something. Welcome to the Wilsons We Teach You, kind of.
I am a medical podcast.
All right, so Amanda, here's your first thing. What color is this thing?
It's really weird to eat food and not be able to see it. It makes me immediately want to not like it. You know that, right? That's red.
That's red. Extra points if you can tell me what it is.
That's marinara sauce.
Marinara sauce is red. Okay, very good. Now, what about that made it red to you?
I knew it was marinara sauce.
No. You're not getting into the spirit of the game. Why is that?
But if I know what it is, I know what color it is. I can't help that.
All right, immediately this game has gone south. All right, ready? Here's the next thing. So you have one right.
Uh-huh. Lord, that noise is terrifying.
I actually don't remember what this is.
Oh, good. Giving me random things from the refrigerator that you don't even know what it is.
Here we go.
Okay. That's like clear or beige.
What do you think it is?
It tastes like a cheese.
Okay. I'm not going to give that to you. It was a cheese, a cheddar cheese. It's yellowish orange.
Oh, yeah. No, I was thinking it was like whitish. Okay. I don't like that. Ugh. It's been sitting out for a while. Where's my water? Why are you banging things? Where's my water? That's not my water. Where's my water?
All right, here's the next thing, and I will have you know the dog is now standing up because he's...
I hear him. He wants to play this game, too.
All right, here's your next thing. Ready?
Yep. Oh, God. Oh, God. What is that? Oh. I know what that is.
What color is it?
Oh, it's yellow because it's like a light. That's lemon, but I wouldn't have gone with that. I don't know. I would have gone with green.
Oh, because you thought
But maybe
it was a
it's
lime?
because it's sour. And maybe it's just because sour. And I
So that's
put the
interesting.
pickles.
You wouldn't. Now you have to say what you would have gone with, though. So you would have guessed green.
Yeah, because it had like a vinegary, pickly taste. So that would have. I mean, you're automatically going to. You understand that Winthrop is saying he can guess the color of a food, right, based on its taste, because he knows that it like he equates it to something.
All right, don't fuck with my game. Ready? Here's the next one.
It's brown.
That's brown.
It's one of the peanut butter cereal things. Just show me. Let's have more of those. Okay, but here's the thing. Was it light brown or dark brown? Because that cereal has a light brown and a dark brown.
Well, you have to tell me. Was that light brown or dark brown?
I think it was dark brown.
It was dark brown. Very good. All right, here's the next thing.
All right.
This is compelling listening, isn't it?
No, it's not. And I said dark brown because I really thought it was the peanut butter one, but it tasted more dark brown. What the freak?
All right, there's the next one.
That's purple.
That's purple.
It's a Kalamata olive.
Yep, there
I
you
like
go.
those.
So you think that the taste of Kalamata olives is a purple taste?
It's a dark color.
Yeah.
It's dark. Maybe I should say dark or light because, like,
All right, two
I
more.
know what these things are.
All right,
Kalamata olives and peanut butter cereal, not a good comment.
this one I kind of apologize for. Ready?
Nope, don't want it. Don't want it. Okay, I know what this is, but I would have said pink, but I know that it's white.
Yeah, you would have said pink, so that's the answer we're going to go with there, pink.
That was vanilla frosting.
Vanilla frosting, yeah. I apologize because that's probably off your diet.
It is.
All right, last thing. This is expert level here. What color is this
Well,
thing?
hold on. Let me clear my palate. Where's my water? There.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Nope. What the freak?
Oh, it wasn't the last thing. I've got one more after that.
Don't like it. Is that my flaxseed?
What color is it?
Like brown.
Like brown. What's brown about it to you?
Because it tastes like my flaxseed.
It's not flaxseed.
It's not flaxseed?
No. What color is it?
It's still brown.
Okay. I'm not going to give that to you because it's dark orange. It's paprika.
Oh, that was paprika?
Yeah.
It did not taste like it. But I think that I'm so overwhelmed by the sweetness of the vanilla frosting, I couldn't get it. Okay.
All right. This is the last thing here.
Okay. That was so yummy. I could eat that whole jar. Okay, here's the thing. I know what this is. This is a banana pepper. It's like a yellowish green. However, it felt more like a darker green.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, all right. Well, after all of that, next time I'm going to do this with stuff that I don't know whether you've had it before, because that would prove to be a
This is
lot
all
more.
stuff from my kitchen. These are all ingredients I use except for the vanilla frosting.
Well, I'm sorry. We do this podcast for free. Okay,
That's
so
true.
I'm not going to
you
go
want
out.
to sponsor me, Josh can go get,
Basically, that was another version of now cleaning out our refrigerator, but I turned it into a game. All right, folks, why don't you yourselves get your own game of what color does this taste, and let us know how it went. Was it more
record
interesting?
it.
Yeah,
Film
record it.
Send it to us.
What
We'll put
is-
it on our socials.
It's likely that it was more interesting than this, so we'll put it on our socials and we'll take the likes. All right, Amanda, that's all there is. There is no more. What'd you think of that mess?
I think that I am a little bit nauseated now.
Okay.
It's a lot of things to put together, like banana peppers and vanilla frosting and paprika and lemon and what else was in there?
It was kind of a journey, though. I took you on a
You did take me on a culinary journey.
Culinary journey. All right, so Amanda and I would like to thank the following people. We'd like to thank Antonio and Josh Scar, Daniel J. Buckets, Chicken Tom, R.I.P., Matt, Monique from Germany, Joey, Leo, Refined Gay Jeff, Ryan Baker, and Kate and Tony, Mark and Rachel, and Dan and Gavin.
And my new friends from Raglan Road.
Whose name we don't know.
their names.
We will never have them on the
Bob
podcast.
and Sue. I've named them.
Yeah, they look like a Bob and Sue. Also, thank you to AJCW for the music that you're listening to right now and the music for Game Time. Thank you for Ricky Kendall for our theme song.
Such a good song.
It is such a good song.
I like it so much.
You know, it's funny because they say that in podcasting, you shouldn't have a really long theme song, a really long starting section, that you need to like have it be a couple seconds, boom, and go. And when Ricky had sent me that song, I would only play like the last bit of it. I was like, I freaking love this song.
It's so good.
So I don't care what you're supposed to do in podcasting. I want to hear the
this
damn
is our
song.
friend, and he's got an amazing voice, and he wrote this song, and we love it.
Yeah, and so also we got some little interstitial music in there by Chris Barron of the Spin Doctors, who we will have on probably not next week, but the week after. We're going to have him on to just share about his adventures and talk a little bit about him, about being a rock star, but also being a parent. We've never talked to him about that.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right. So until next time, folks, you all take it easy and make sure that you're tasting the colors.
Go be kind.
Bye.
Bye.
That game is one of the worst things that we've ever done. After that, and was like, subject entering property, volunteering, saying, I want to say
voluntarily
this.
saying.
She said, subject entering property, volunteering. She said, no. She said, subject entering property, voluntarily wearing. Jesus Christ. Voluntarily. Okay. She said, subject entering property, voluntarily. Voluntarily.